Hello YouTube, it's gopernoper, and today we're going to be talking about my thoughts on the Minolta XG-1 35mm SLR camera. For this video, the photos I took, I used either the 40mm kit lens, which is an f2, or this Minolta Celtic lens that came with it. And this is a, here it is, 135mm f3.5. So, let's get right into it. Let me zoom out a little bit. So, I picked this camera up at a garage sale for $2 with the lens, and I'm just going to get right into what I think of the camera and not ramble on about features. This is a surprisingly compact SLR. It's pretty small for what it is and what you get in this package. It fits into your hand pretty well, and it slips into a camera bag readily. The camera has all the features you'd really need. There's a shutter speed range of 1/1000th of a second to 1 second. Exposure compensation is done right here. Battery check light. Obviously interchangeable lenses. Now, if there's one thing I really like about this camera, it's how smooth its operation is. You can wind and fire very quickly, and it feels good too. The shutter release feels nice and firm. The wind is not flimsy, has a good bit of resistance. The metering system is very good on this camera. It uses illuminated dots next to shutter speed to indicate the selected speed from the camera. You set the aperture, the camera selects the shutter speed. However, I prefer to and shot the entire roll in manual mode. Now, as for lenses, they're all very good lenses, really sharp, contrasty glass, and they're pretty inexpensive too. I picked up some nice lenses from Goodwill for just a couple bucks for these things. But in terms of operation, this camera is pretty fast to operate. It doesn't take a lot of time to set up a shot, advance the film, and make your exposure. I actually took this on my bike and just rode around my neighborhood taking pictures of stuff. And they all came out really nice. In a couple of them, I used the 135 Celtic to zoom in a little bit. I have a Soliger body cap on this thing that really does not fit too well, but this is, again, a really great lens. Just as sharp and contrasty as the kit lens. And this camera gets, and the glass on it gets some really great colors out of different objects. You'll really be able to tell in the roll. The colors are very vibrant and vivid, and they look great. So slip this back into its little drawstring bag. So, I'd say that if you find one of these, they are definitely worth it, and if you're looking for an entry into SLRs and you don't want a student camera, you want a couple more features, this is definitely your way to go. It's quick to operate, it's very compact, it's got all the features you need, and it has some really great glass and a lot of lenses available for it. In fact, I sort of use this as a complement to my SRT 100, which I covered in a different video on my channel, and the lenses are interchangeable. So you can also use some of the really fantastic lenses available for these cameras too. Now, overall, I think this is a fantastic camera. You should definitely get one if you can find one. Has all the features you'd need. Like I said before, got a meter, all that stuff, and I gotta stop rambling. But anyways, if you can find one of these for the right price, definitely pick it up. They are incredible cameras, very easy to use, a lot of fun to use. And I have some pictures for you. Now, it is my tradition to show you my favorite picture from the roll, and I had a lot of trouble deciding for this roll because there are a lot of really great shots in there. But I eventually decided I liked this one the best, and it's kind of hard to see with the way it's backlit, but I love how this grass, like this flower sort of thing in the front of the frame, is fully in focus, and the background is just really nice and out of focus. It just makes for a really interesting composition like this. And I'm very glad I managed to get the focus right, because I was shooting a bit wide here, and I was afraid that depth of field would cover a bit of the back, or would make me miss the flowers themselves. But anyways, I have a lot of great pictures of you for you. Some of these are going to be exempt from the roll for obvious reasons. I'm just not going to put them in there. But yeah, I'll put an evaluation of the camera itself down in the description and give it a final score. But anyways, I present to you the pictures taken with the Minolta XG-1, and I'm going to be putting some jazz music in the background. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'll find out when I start editing. So anyways, here you go.